I don't want to make this seem like it's a comment against plant-based foods, right? Eat your plants, guys. All right, I just cooked up some steak for dinner tonight, so I figured it would be a great time to talk about some benefits of animal-based protein content. Has all your essential amino acids, great absorbability, and there's even independent studies that show the benefit of animal-based proteins on protein turnover over some other less complete proteins. Awesome work by one of the best premier protein turnover labs in the United States, done by David Church and Rob Wolf and that group. Really cool stuff. I'll have April pop the study up here for you, but really awesome stuff showing the benefits to protein turnover using stable isotopes, right? This is rigorous studies, the benefits of animal-based proteins there. Another benefit, iron, absorbable iron at that, right? So there's heme iron from animal-based sources and non-heme iron from plant-based sources. Heme iron has better absorbability. Studies dating back to the 1970s, classic research identified that. But even beyond that, there may be some other items in foods, in animal foods that maybe help absorption, or certainly we know in some plant foods that reduce absorption. So there's another one. What population would that be beneficial for? Really, really good for first foods for infants, right? When you're transitioning to foods, the animal-based foods, your beef and otherwise and chickens, great sources of protein and iron, hypercritical for the young ones. So my kids, at least, the first foods I gave them were actually animal-based foods. We know extremely beneficial for muscle, has shown benefits to most areas of sports performance these days. Really, really outstanding for supporting muscle mobility and strength in older adults as well. But beyond that, really cool new work there too. Check out the work by Aaron Smith and that group out of KUMC. Awesome, awesome stuff suggesting benefits in the cognitive function realm, potentially for people with reduced cognitive function, Alzheimer's, those sort of areas. So really, really cool emerging work there for creatine, not just for the muscles, but for the mind as well. Proteins in milk that help with basically bone density. So they help with your body's ability to maintain that bone density. Super beneficial for individuals. Once you get to like middle age and beyond, you really want to maintain your bone mineral density. Best times to do that are early on to build it up, and later on support your bones with adequate nutrients like calcium and vitamin D. But milk-based proteins have an independent effect there as well. Beyond that, some bioactive fats. Really cool work by Dariush Mozaffarian and his group showing potential fats in dairy products like yogurt that have positive effects on health as well. So there you go. So 3 benefits of animal-based foods. Awesome protein content, great way to absorb iron effectively, and zoonutrients. Zoonutrients are compounds in animal foods that aren't in plant foods. Just like we have phytonutrients, we have zoonutrients as well. We talk about phytonutrients all the time because they have tons of benefits. I don't want to make this seem like it's a comment against plant-based foods, right? Eat your plants, guys. But there are benefits to animal-based foods as well, and I don't think those get highlighted quite enough outside of protein that we see in the news all the time. So I wanted to give you those 3 benefits, especially beyond just the protein context of animal-based foods. I'm going to go home and eat my steak, assuming my kids didn't eat all of it. They do love a good steak, but I don't mind cooking it or eating it either. All right, guys, catch you on the next one. Quick side note. I mentioned the milk-based proteins, these bioactive proteins in milk. The ones I talked about here do not denature when you go through the pasteurization process, right? So I don't want to see the raw milk proponents coming in here being like, milk-based proteins. No. They're not denatured. Having said that, I will have conversations about other bioactive proteins in milk that are denatured with the pasteurization process. They're out there. I'm open to having those conversations. So if you want to talk about those, let me know. Happy to have that chat. Again, it's a conversation that I think deserves more nuanced discussion than it normally gets. So with that, catch you guys in the next one.